Andrea, you know you mute, right?
It's such a strong connection, unlike anything I ever seen. Feels like the right direction. Cause you're next to me, love you next to me. The warmth of your affection, I feel it washing over me. You got all my attention. Cause you're next to me, love you next to me. Cause baby, your love is so divine. It's just like paradise. And it's a beautiful design. Girl, you give me life. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman to make you keep on going. You feel like giving up. I never wanna give up. That's my baby. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman. I'm talking about the soul, yeah. Ain't got nothing make you feel like $1,000,000. That's my baby. Ain't nothing like the soul. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman. Of a woman. Oh, no, no. No, I don't have to ask her. You give me everything I ever need. I'm like a man on a mission. Cause you're next to me. Love you next to me. Sometimes I make you mad, we may fuss and fight. But no matter what, we still kiss goodnight. I sleep better when you're in my arms. Cause you're next to me, you're next to me. Cause baby, your love is so divine. It's just like paradise. And it's a
Morning, champagne, honey.
girl, you give me life. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman. No, 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 no. You keep on going and you feel like giving up. That's my baby. My baby. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman. And you ain't got nothing make you feel like $1,000,000. Like $1,000,000. That's my baby. This is my dedication to the one I love. This is my, oh baby, yeah. This is my dedication to the one I love. So this is my, yeah. Nothing like the soul of a woman to make you keep on going when you feel like giving up. No matter what I'm going through, that's my baby. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman. Yeah. Ain't got nothing to feel like $1,000,000. My baby, that's my baby. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman. That's mine, that's mine, that's mine, that's mine. Oh, that's my baby. No, 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 no. Ain't nothing like that. Nothing, baby, that make me feel.
Well, good morning, everybody. I had to play that song because I just love that song, okay? And I like old school music, especially some Johnny Gill. So, how is everybody doing? You know, I think we should celebrate our Black women because ain't nothing like a soul of a woman, okay? Okay.
Amen, amen, amen.
Sure, Black women should be celebrated, okay? Shoot, we do a lot for our families, okay?
We so do.
We shall too. But while I was waiting around to go live, my friend Real Mama just sent me a little article about Black women is being missing.
Yeah, I've been reading I came across actually I follow a YouTuber, shout out to Paris Milan. I follow her, and she talks a lot about the issues that Black women have within today's society and the hypocrisy that tends to happen in concerns to how we are treated in society.
Mhm.
So I watch her, and it led me to another channel, which I can't pull it up right now, but it led me to another thing on Instagram that really digs in deeper to the plight of Black women and how many Black women are missing today, as we speak. And when I saw the number, I was astounded because you don't ever hear about these Black women. You don't see any media coverage on them, um, not like you did on Breonna Taylor and some other or Sandra Bland. These are our sisters, our mothers, our cousins, our nieces,
Mhm.
uh, going to school one day, walking to go to school one
And
day,
come
not
missing.
coming back home, going
Mhm.
to work, not coming back home, and nobody knows what's going on, or why Black women are being targeted and are missing at such an alarming rate. And I
Yeah.
think that we need to start bringing some more awareness to it, even if our platforms are considered small. At the same time, we are Black women. This does affect us because this could be us.
Yes, and they said New Jersey alone, New Jersey and New York alone, 50 girls are already missing of this year. That is
Right.
ridiculous.
Um.
Hey
Yeah.
Harrison.
How you doing, Harrison Family Blogs? I was just when you look at something like that and you see the enormity of it, to me, it just kind of brings things into clarification and focus that we our lives are in danger out here.
Yes, yes.
And that we are being targeted. When you see numbers like that, hey Pandy,
Hey
when
Candy.
when you see numbers like that, girl, that is proof alone that we are being targeted, that we, because of the fact that we tend to be sometimes invisible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people probably won't know what I mean by that, but anybody would, if you just think about it, it's like Black women, we get less media coverage.
Mm-hmm.
Um, a lot of us are sexualized at an early age. I mean, I learned a lot of things just by watching this channel, and also by looking at what she has on her Instagram. Very intelligent, thoughtful, fact based. And I'm looking at these numbers, and every single year it's like they're going up and up and up. They're tripling, they're doubling. I mean,
This
they're doubling, they're tripling.
this
It's
year,
because nobody sees us as something to protect. Nobody, it, I can't, I'm at a loss for words. Like,
I'm
I
at
just am.
I'm at a loss for words when I see it. 452 girls are missing this year. Black women are
Hmm.
missing.
Across the
You
country.
you ain't hearing no coverage on none of that.
Nope.
You ain't
Not even local coverage. You
no.
know, some places certain cases will get local coverage. I'm looking at this, and none of these girls are getting local coverage. Getting even local coverage at all. Nothing.
That's that is ridiculous to me. I find that I was just telling my friend the other day, even about that pastor with the 17-year-old with 17-year-old girl. We gotta protect our kids. It's alarming rates. Our girls are not coming back home, and I mean, that's why I be checking in with my daughter and my son. And I know they
Right.
grown, but I got trackers on their phone, knowing what they at, cause like I was panicking one day, my daughter wouldn't answer her phone. I'm like, well, why you not answering your phone? Girls go missing. It's alarming rate. That's ridiculous. Oh, I'm so angry about that this morning. Mm-mm-mm. That's ridiculous. How do they not pay attention? How do? But why are they? Why is it we don't get that coverage? Why? I wonder why we don't get coverage like that. I wonder why we don't get local news. And then you have to have the parents out here. The parents be out here focusing, trying
Good
to find
morning, Michelle.
put putting flyers out. or you know what they say sometimes? Oh, they just run away. She ran away. It wasn't a big deal. That's not true.
Hmm. Nope. Like, what I was trying to say was it's a page called on Instagram called Black Femicide, basically. And so if you guys want to go over there and check it out, very informative. It puts faces on all these women and on these victims. And I mean, it's somebody that's actually bringing more attention to what's happening with our young black women, even with the older black women. I mean, when I looked at the page and I saw say her name and I saw this person and that person, this person, that person, all the way down, not just Breonna Taylor. I'm talking about thousands of black women. I mean, it was just like, wow.
They, they
Um,
they go missing without a trace. That's ridiculous.
Missing without a trace.
That's
Um,
mm,
and
mm,
and nobody's bringing attention to it. So of course, to a lot of black women out there, it's not a reality to them because it's not in front of their faces because they're not seeing it, they're not living it. But if you want to be in, consider yourself basically an informative person or person that's informed, you got to look beyond um, Meg the Stallion clapping her ass, and I'm just gonna say it, and I don't care who get mad.
that's so
Um,
true.
you
That's
gotta look at Instagram. What they do is like in a lot of social media platforms, all you see is ass clapping, boobies jiggling, that type of stuff, and the young people. Even people in our generation, they're enamored by it. That's all they can see is the glitz and the lights and the glamour and the money and Louis Vuitton bags and all this stuff, not realizing that your daughter who
yeah.
has that who has beautiful long flowing hair all the way down to her waist, putting herself out there on Instagram talking about everything that she owns and all her pricey clothes and jewelry and everything else, that there's a predator and there's somebody watching that. And when
Mhm,
she leaves out the house to go to school that morning, she doesn't come back. And
mhm,
you're sitting up there thinking to myself, what's going on? Where's my child? Why isn't she here? And then days go by. And then weeks go by. And the police is like, oh, she just ran away. It's just a missing persons report. That is, it's just another missing person. She probably done ran off with her friends. They looking at her social media platform. They coming to all these conclusions. And they think she not basically working to worth looking for. That's the attitude that a lot of them have.
yeah. It,
And it takes the parents really getting into it in the community saying, hold up, wait a minute. And that's the problem. Not enough of our community is standing up saying, look, why are all these girls missing? Why are black women coming up missing? This to me looks like a epidemic. I
me
mean, I'm probably using wrong terminology, but this to me looks like we being targeted because whoever's targeting us or the different people that's targeting us, they
too.
realize that we are easy prey because we don't get that much attention as far as media coverage and everything else. They're looking at it like, okay, we got this beautiful little Susie Q, white girl, blonde
Mhm,
hair, blue eyes. And you have this little black girl over here. She's pretty. Da, 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 da. Which one am I gonna go and try to target? I'm gonna target the one I know is not gonna be plastered off over every television screen or on social media platforms. I'm gonna go for what I think is easy prey, which is the black girl.
mm,
And that's
mm.
how these predators are thinking.
Oh my god.
And it's working. And it's working. Did you see? You saw what I sent you this morning.
Yes, I'm. That's why I'm so in shock. Like 452 black women are missing. That is ridiculous in this year alone.
Mhm.
In this year
And,
alone,
and 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 think about it. That's women.
women.
That's not even counting the girls.
This. Oh my. I'm just the. I'm so angry because it's ridiculous. Why nobody ain't put them on billboards? I find this is alarming. We are being targeted, and then we're not being shown like they don't care.
It's clear that it's clear to me that we are. And when
Mm,
you see information like this, because a lot of people first thing they say, "Well, are you sure that's true?" If you go on the website, let's say of the National Exploited and Missing Children,
Mm-hmm.
I want you to go on there, and sometimes they'll break it down. I don't know. I haven't been on there in years. Hold on. Sorry, I didn't want to cough in the camera. But I want you to put black in there, and I want you to put an age, and I want you to count all the people that went missing this year. Black women that went missing this year. Black children that went missing this year. And tell me why we shouldn't be alarmed. If you don't believe like the site I just talked about, it's a real issue. It doesn't get addressed enough, and that's why I like going to Paris Milan. Shout out to her, and because I find out a lot of informative things. She's very opinionated. Some things that she say I don't agree with, but when
Mm-hmm.
it comes to the plight of Black women, she's on point about a lot of what she says,
And
and she directs me to sources that for me have validity. For me, if you just take a look at the numbers, you know it's truth in what they say. But it's not enough people, enough Black women, enough Black men saying it.
we have to
Because
stand.
it just sometimes feel like we low on the totem pole, man. And that's
Yeah.
how it feels.
Yes. Yeah. Man, that is ridiculous. Even when I read the story about the pastor with the 17-year-old daughter, with the 17-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
To me, with the 17, he they said he was kissing her, he was touching her,
Mm-hmm.
holding hands with her, but they ain't had sex yet. I'm like, so he waited till she 18. I'm like, he already been grooming her. He's already
Mm-hmm.
grooming her.
You're exactly right.
He's,
Grooming her.
he is
And the fact that
already grooming her.
a- and I told you that she was that girl in particular, she would have kept that. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? She would have kept that a secret until somebody basically saw that wasn't right, and they basically busted her out for it. And
Mhm.
then her parents were made aware of it. And when the police came to her house, they were like, "No, no, no. We want you to give up that cell phone. Show them everything you got in it. That type of situation." But my thing is, how did it progress to that point? And people tell me, oh, your children need privacy. Okay, you can have privacy when you turn 18 years old and you get your own place, your own car, and you move out on your own. And even then, I'm still gonna call like, what's going on with you? How are you doing? This is your mother. Blase, 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 blase. I'm still gonna check up on you and see what's going on. But if you
Yes.
living in my house, then yeah, all my kids, even my 19-year-old son, I had the password to his phone, and I didn't allow him on social media until he was about around 16 or 17. Now my other kids, they're a little younger, and they are on social media to a certain extent, but I have apps installed on their phone to where I see what they download, I see who they're talking and what they're talking about, and if I see them doing anything incorrectly, I blast them for it and I shut
Mhm.
down their account, and I have the power to do that.
Mhm.
So I think sometimes as parents we do get so involved in our own lives that we drop the ball with our kids.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
all guilty with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially when you're tired and you're a single parent and you're doing it on your own. Yeah, you're human. You're gonna drop the ball with your children sometimes.
Yeah.
You're gonna miss something that you didn't, that comes up. You're gonna miss it, and then when it comes back around, you're like, damn, how did I miss that? We human. But at the same time, we got to stay on our kids, and especially
Yes.
if you got daughters,
Oh
seeing
my
all this
God.
crazy stuff going on. Especially if you have a black, come on now. Especially if you have a black daughter, and seeing
Yes.
how predators love to go after them.
Mhm.
Mm, 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 mm.
Yes, I mean, that's why I said. That's why I said, how do a 17-year-old girl say she in love with a man, shoot, 40 some years old, and what's missing in your life at 17?
Uh, Hi, Brooklyn Dior. My thing is, why would he even want to bother? But but you also have to think about it as you want to go back. It's always really not frowned upon when you see an older man with a younger woman. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it.
Okay, I could,
Um,
and she
if
was
maybe her little friends and stuff thought it was cute that she was talking to this well, how old was this man? Like 40 some years old, our age?
past the 40. He was 40 years old.
With a whole wife?
with a whole wife and some children.
What?
I just don't. I just don't. I mean, she didn't. What irritated me was he waiting till she get 18 to have sex with her. I'm like, you've been grooming her. You
Oh yeah.
new telling you probably already having sex with her. Okay, and
She was gonna be the replacement.
yes, and I'm like, and you thought it was okay. Where's your mama at? Because you thought it was okay to be kissing him, hugging him, text messaging him, and I forgot he worked at the school. He was a coach at the school too.
And he worked at the school, so he was around other young girls. So how much you want to bet that when everything starts to unfold, other girls gonna probably start coming out. If he was that comfortable doing that with her, I mean, seeing this young girl every day at school, being around, I mean, yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
mm. It's like you don't think that this is wrong. I mean, that is irritating to me. I'm like I was just when I read that article, I was like I'm so thankful that my daughter is 23. We like man. I remember when I was working at the mall, this older man approached me. He was 50. I was like 17 at the mall.
Mhm.
A couple times he just come in my store, and I was like, "Dude, I'm no." I told my mama. She's like, "Huh?" My mama told my boss. She's like, "That old man better leave my daughter alone." But I'm just thinking it's crazy
I mean,
how.
I came up to instances like that myself, just being, and when I was younger, and I remember when I had first moved to Texas, and I was on campus. I remember being followed
Mhm.
from by somebody from one class to another, and he was a grown man and he didn't attend college there.
Mm,
So if it wasn't,
mm.
hold on for 1 second, I gotta take a phone call real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Man, I think these young girls need to be plastered on billboards. We need to do a better job at finding our missing Black women. We need to do better as they don't just go missing without a trace. It's a clue somewhere or how these people get missing, and we need to put an emphasis on why they're missing and why they're not being reported and why it's a high norming rate for Black women. This is ridiculous.
right.
This really is. This is ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I've been, like I said, this has been a, excuse me, not a passion of mine, but it's
Hmm.
been a strong interest of mine. And like like I said, I've done poetry on it, and I did like a couple of videos on when it comes to Black girls, and just to make people aware and to bring some type of attention to it. And I think that if our own community first stands up, whether it be online, whether it be on the news,
Hmm.
wherever, and bring attention to what's going on, and that this is something that needs to be addressed quick, fast, in a hurry before that number that you just said winds up doubling and
We're
tripling
already at
every single year. I mean,
we already at 452 girls. We're gonna be at 500 in a minute. This is ridiculous.
think about it. I mean, at this rate, probably gonna be about 1,000 or so before the year's out. We're not even halfway through the year yet. That is crazy. And if for people to just ignore that and act like, it's not an issue, it's not a problem, and then to have these parents feel that they're basically out here
By
on
they
their own,
for their child.
wim- basically windmilling for their children without the support of their community, without the support of any, or without anybody who cares enough to bring attention to their plight. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is. Oh my
And that
god.
causes further division. And
Yeah.
that's probably why a lot of people do feel like, even I'm on my own.
Yes. Oh my god.
I'm on my own.
Ooh. Trying to look for my daughter. I gotta put flyers out. I'm taking my own money. I'm taking time off work to look for my daughter.
I'm going on YouTube to different content creators and interviewing and trying to get my baby's name out there so I can find her. And the police are not even working half as hard as I am to do it, because I've seen this. It's not just like one, where I seen one case and I'm like, oh, let's bring attention to this issue. No, I've seen this over and
And,
over and
and
over and
well,
over
they
again.
showed you
Period.
they showed you have an Amber alert for them white girls, because when that girl was over there overseas missing, honey, they were talking about her every month, every day. I'm just saying.
What girl was that?
That white, what was that white girl name?
That one that went missing on vacation. What's her
Yes,
name?
yes. I forgot what her name was, but they were so talking about her every damn day.
She had whole specials done on her, baby. I remember that. I just can't remember her name because it's been a while, and I don't even remember if they suspected someone of killing her, but I don't even know, did they find her killer?
They did find her killer. They found the boy who they thought who killed her, but I forgot what her name was. But I'm just saying they did do specials on that girl and everything, and I'm just saying. I don't really see a lot of stories on Good Morning America, CBS.
Yeah, I haven't even really seen anybody come back and address what actually went down as far as Sandra Bland, as far as like an update, if it's any more like what happened to the police officer in that situation. Maybe I need to read up on that myself. It's like it happened and people were angry about it, and then I didn't hear anymore. It's like it phased out. And it's just and that just shows you right there what priority we take, like what priority we are.
Yes.
Period. It's discouraging, but at the same time, it's like I'm not willing as a mother to let any of my children become victim.
Amen.
Basically to a society that probably couldn't give shit about them. I care about them. They came from me.
Yep.
So as long as it's breath in my body, I'm gonna do what's necessary to make sure that they're loved and protected and provided and cared for. And that's all I think we can do as parents, and especially as Black parents, for our children. Especially since we come up against so many odds. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm very disappointed in Joe Biden.
Me too.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed because I just want to know why. Why?
He started
the things that he said that he was going to do for the Black community, especially when it comes to the being unfairly policed. Why that has not happened, but there's a bill that was signed. That's why I think it was politically motivated in order to protect Asian Americans or Asians in this country. That made me look at him a lot differently. Seeing as a lot of Black women, and which I stated in like a previous slide, showed up and showed out to help put him in office.
And I'm just saying, here we go with this again.
All right, sis.
Yes, all right, Mimi. Thank you. I'm just saying, here we go again. A lot of Black women are missing, and nobody, man, as content creators, we need to put them on our own channel and make aware that Black women are missing, and shoot, we gotta do our part too to try to help our community. Put it out there, put them on our community walls, make a story. We are missing and we are targeting,
I agree.
That's ridiculous.
Girl, I didn't know we were gonna get this heavy this morning, child.
Either I was like,
if I hadn't said hello, hey, Feastful Connie's my VA sister.
Yes, when I seen that, I was like, oh my God. Shoot. But that's that shoot, my song says Soul of a Woman. Shoot, that's my song. I'm like, man, that's us. And man, we're missing, and we're not being heard. We're missing at alarming rate. And filled up, shoot, and what is it? New York and New Jersey, 50 girls are already missing this year. And that 50 girls go missing.
Child.
Without a trace. Come on now.
Mm-mm.
Every girl ain't bad, and every girl that go missing ain't and they've been taken. They have a family who want them back.
Yeah, I know. I just my heart breaks when I see things like that. But it's
Yes.
just the reality of the world right
Yeah.
now that we live in.
Mm.
So I think that people just need to be aware. And I think black women and black girls need to be mindful of their surroundings
Yes.
and who they're dealing with,
Yes.
especially on social media, because you don't know what type people get real sneaky.
Yes.
And you could befriend somebody on social media
Yes.
because especially young girls and stuff, young adolescent girls, you're going through a lot of things with your body. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? With
With your
school and
parents,
trying to
with
find your
your parents.
parents, find your place in the world. Just young adolescents, people, and just adolescents in general are going through so much. And you have people that know that you're going through this struggle. They
Yes.
can sense it. You know what I'm saying? They could talk to you in a way to where they can pull that information out of you and you not even know it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing you know, you're a target. And they're waiting for the perfect opportunity to just snatch your ass up, just snatch you up and take you away. And if they know that your mother is always busy working night shift, you know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
you're home most of the time by yourself, or if you letting somebody know your day to day, or you're posting everything you do from your location to whatever on social media, and these people are seeing this,
Yes.
that's this. I think a lot of that is contributing to why it's kind of accelerated. It's escalating year after year. It's getting higher and higher and higher and higher and higher and higher. And we
Yes.
so caught up in our own lives that we're not seeing the reality of what's going on because we've been distracted.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to step away from that shit and see things for what they are.
Yes, and make sure, and that's why I told my daughter, like, when I did, I couldn't find her. I was just furious and panicking. I was like, dude, why you not answering your phone? I called your phone, and then her brother was like, Mom, she right here. This is where she at. And I said, okay, then I'm putting all your location on my doggone phone. I don't got time for playing games with y'all. Shoot, it's serious. This ain't nothing joke. This ain't nothing to joke about. I'm worried about you when you don't answer the phone.
Yeah, one of my cousins got on her daughter the other day because her daughter had posted like a where they were at.
Mm-hmm.
And some of her little friends showed up because they were in an outing. It's supposed to be a family outing, and some of her friends showed up. And my cousins like, where did y'all come from? How did you know we were here?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, well, such and such. She posted it on her Facebook. When I tell you, my cousin lit her up in front of everybody, she did. Because she was like, you need to stop doing that. Stop letting everybody know where you're at. Stop letting your so called friends know your every movement.
Yes.
And you know what I'm saying? And it's not just because a lot of them, half the people on their social media pages, they don't even know.
Yes.
Like on my Facebook, I know, I would say, I got about 1,000 people or something on mine. I
Mm-hmm.
would say I know a good 800 of them from
Yes.
either being coworkers, people that I've met through the years, people that I worked with a brief time, people, their family,
Mm-hmm.
their
I
friends.
went to
You know
school
what I'm
with
saying?
them.
And that accumulates. You'd be surprised who you know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or who you meet or who you come in contact. Oh, I remember you. I'm gonna add you because you and my cousin used to work together and I remember you at such and such place. That type of stuff. So you accumulate people that way.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm familiar with a lot of people, but do I interact, message, and talk to a lot of folks? No.
Mm-mm. No, because you get crazy folks in your inbox. No, I'm good. Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
Delete. I put delete right there. Delete. Mm-mm. I
Especially,
don't know you. I don't
especially
know
me,
you.
child.
Okay, I don't know you. Delete. 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 Okay, I don't know you. But I think we should bring more awareness to black women who are missing. We should bring more awareness to young girls who are being taken. We should bring more awareness to try to help their families and do our part. And I'm gonna make an effort to do my part because
Right.
I have daughters and they're precious to me, and I never want them
And
taken or missing because I'll be crazy woman. Okay.
I know I would, and I think I too myself would start making an effort, even if it's just through a community post,
Yep.
as far as a missing child or a missing person, especially if it's a black woman or a little black girl.
Hmm.
Yeah, we got to start doing that for each other.
Yep.
We got to start putting it out there and letting people know what's going on so they can be aware and maybe move more safely than what they have been.
Yep.
But since I got to get up off here because I got to
Me
call my
too.
jobby job.
Yes. Okay. But I love you. I'm gonna play my song without myself. A soul of a woman. That's my song today. Okay. Remember, I'm gonna do a portrait to that song for me.
Oh Lord, see how she just said that?
You got to put a portrait to that. I love you, sis.
Love you too.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is DJ Cassidy, and I'd like to welcome you all to Pass the Mic. Naked Dance Forever. This musical journey is brought to you by my connection, unlike anything I ever seen. Feels like the right direction. Cause you're next to me, love you next to me. The warmth of your affection, I feel it washing over me. You got all my attention. Cause you're next to me, love you next to me. Cause baby, your love is so divine. It's just like paradise. And it's a beautiful design. Girl, you give me life. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman to make you keep on going. When you feel like giving up, I'm never gonna give up. That's my baby. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman. I'm talking about the soul, yeah. Ain't got nothing make you feel like a million bucks. That's my baby. Ain't nothing like the soul. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman. Of a woman. Oh, no, I don't have to ask her. You give me everything I ever need. I'm like a man on a mission. Cause you're next to me, love you next to me. Sometimes I make you mad, we may pass and fight. But no matter what, we still kiss goodnight. That's better when you're in my arms. Cause you're next to me, you're next to me. Cause baby, your love is so divine. It's just like paradise. And it's a beautiful design. Girl, you give me life. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman. No. Make you keep on going. When you feel like giving up. That's my baby. My baby. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman. one I love. This is my, oh baby, yeah. This is my dedication to the one I love. So this is my, this is my, this is my, ain't nothing like the soul of a woman to make you keep on going when you feel like giving up. No matter what I'm going through, that's my baby. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman. Ain't got nothing that you feel like giving up. That's my baby. Ain't nothing like the soul of a woman. That's my baby. No. Ain't nothing like nothing, baby. That make me feel so good.
Bye, everybody.
That's my baby.